Hi, this is the second time I've tried to record this. Something's not going quite right, and there's a few little things going on around in the room today when I'm trying to record this free mediumship reading on YouTube. So we're going to give it another try, a quick try. Let's try and shorten it down slightly. So I'm just going to really start. My name's Georgie. I'm from the Isle of Wight. I'm a medium. I was trying to do a little test here of just giving out the messages that I've been receiving from Spirit. Not sure where they have to go to yet, so we'll have to wait and see. So I'm just going to give you what I've got, give the information, and just leave your comments below if you receive the message, because that's the most important part is in this, is knowing that the message will actually get to the right person, and that's having faith and trust that it will. Okay, so I'm going to have to shorten this right down because I think that's the problem here with the recording. We have here a spirit, his name is Claude, I think. That's what I feel. I also feel, and I keep getting in my mind, that he's trying to contact his daughter. I think is called Janine or Jen. That's kind of sound in the name. And he also wants to talk to his wife as well. I was going to go through the little pieces of evidence that he's been giving me really quickly. I'm sorry I'm sort of rushing this, but I just want to try and get this to work, because this guy's been with me for weeks now, and I've been trying for weeks to get this recording to work, and every time I do, something fails, or I become emotionally bombarded with stuff in the spirit that I just can't carry on. So we've got this name Claude, daughter Janine or Jen. Okay, this guy he's saying he had cancer of the stomach, and that he had an operation on his hip. He either had a hip replacement, or he had something metal or something put in his leg to help him with walking. However, he still had a limp and he still used a walking stick. He also wanted to say that his passing was unexpected, because although he had the problems that I just mentioned, that he actually passed with something else, and I do feel this is to do with breathing. Because when I was recording just now, I was getting like this restricted feeling of my breath. So that's something I can add in there now. He's taking me abroad, so this is first a message for someone abroad, and I was just picking up last time, this is for the south of America. I'm really not sure on my geography here, so I do apologise, but this is on the south of America. Okay, so if you're living in South America and you understand what I'm saying so far, carry on listening. This guy really wants you to know that he is okay. He has been trying to make himself known to you in a few different ways that I'm going to explain. Firstly, his wife has been hearing the scuffling of the shoes, because this guy had a limp, okay, so his walk, you would recognise it if you heard it. He's saying his wife has heard this since he's passed away. So that's one piece of evidence that he's around at this present moment. He's around you all the time, of course. He has also been sitting on the bed, so if you feel that movement, he's sitting on the bed, that's him as well. Okay, he just wants you to know that he's there. He wants you to know that he knows about the photograph on the bedside cabinet, and that you kiss that every single night, and every single night you kiss that, he is there watching you. He knows that you do it every night. The little daughter, he wants you to know that he is aware of a new grandchild in the family, and that he spent time with the spirit of the grandchild before being born, so he's aware of the child, he knows the child, he's going to guide and protect. The backwards and forwards of the hospital appointments, he's saying with the baby, with the new grandson, he's fully aware of that, and he's been working on the side, and he's going to be absolutely fine. Okay, I've got to be quick here. I have to remember a little bit of stuff that he said, because he's not repeating himself. That's something he would have not wanted to do in when he was here. He would have not liked to have to repeat himself, so when he talked you would have to listen, because he wouldn't repeat what he's already said. So, and this other thing that he kept talking about, this briefcase, I've had this a few times from him now. Brown suitcase with a combination code on it. He says, I was there when you were trying to get into the suitcase, and of course he says it was a daughter's date of birth in the end, he found out, and he was there, when you discovered what was inside it as well, and that's very important for some reason. I don't see these over here in the UK now, so I'm not sure if people do, and other countries, I just don't know. This is kind of unusual. Also, he was talking about how Somebody had caught him on camera in the top bedroom at the front of the house. Someone's caught him on taking a photograph. He caught like a shadow or an outline of a person, saying, "That's me. I've been trying to let myself known to you." And he's laughing, saying, "You know, I had to go all the way to the UK to annoy this medium to get this message out to you, because I've been trying to let you know that I'm there. You keep asking, oh, are you still here? Can you hear me?" "Yes," he said, "I can. And I've worked really hard to try and get this message to you now." He wants to give his daughter, I said this now, his daughter and his wife a single red rose each. This is for love. Absolutely, love comes from this guy. He was very much a family man. He loved his family, loved his children, loved his wife. But another thing with these roses is that they're closed, so that's a clue and a little message from me to say that this guy would have loved gardening. So he would like to spend time in the garden, or he would have had green fingers. He was, quite good with all that sort of thing. Very hands-on, this gentleman, very hands-on. I feel like his job would have been hands-on as well when he was here. I think that's all of it. I hope so. I'm just going to check to make sure. So that is Claude from the south of America, wanting to let his family know that he's still around, and he very much still loves you and wants you to move on with your life. He said, "I don't want you to keep, it's like a stagnant feeling," he's saying, "so I said you feel stuck since I passed. I want you to move on. Stop feeling bad, stop feeling guilt about my passing, because you need to release that, because that is not your burden to hold." This guy would have been quite tall, I feel. He's just sort of showing himself to me now. Quite tall, with grey hair, full head of hair, quite short though, but he had grey hair. Very intelligent. He was like a walking encyclopedia, he tells me. You ask this guy anything, he would have known the answer to it. Very old school in that way. And he just wants to leave his love, and I sincerely hope this gets to the right person. Please leave your comments below. If you know that this reading is for you, please message below or email me. Press like. I'm not sure how this all works, this technical stuff, as you can see, really bad video. Good luck, and I hope this gets to the right person. I'm sending out all the vibes that I can, so good luck in your search. Bye.